Jay here, Stretford Paddock. This is the Paper Talk. As you can see, we're live. We're in the studio with all the latest Manchester United news. We're going to be talking about Ruben Amorim. He's been giving a couple of interviews where he's been talking about 1 year in, certain players, Kobbie Mainoo, what's happening with him. He's spoken about Son Le Mans. He's talked about quite a few things as well, so we'll be getting into all that. Also, as well, we're talking a little bit about Onana, what's happening with his future. Plus, there's this weird article in the Star, which I'm going to get into, and Andy Mitten sat down with Leny Yoro. So there's quite a few stories to get into there. So make sure you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. Great to see so many people in the chat already. Santa Notch is here, Tobias Nilsson, Maury Boogie, Andrew is there as well, saying some very nice things. Don't forget, if you've not done so, do you know what? I'm just going to go early with the whole plug-in, the whole merchandise thing. But you can get some merchandise from our store. Make good Christmas presents and all that jazz. There's a link in the chat there. You can get a little piece of that. We've got a little pop-up there and everything, man, like the capitalist pigs we are, selling things. Untraceable says, giving up on Mainoo is an idiotic idea. Well, let's get into this. Ruben Amorim, he's done a couple of interviews. I think he did one with Bein Sports, and he's also done one with Men in Blazers, which is a part of NBC. So you see here the Bein Sports one. It says, I see Kobbie Mainoo training, and he deserves to play. But then I have to take one guy that's playing really well, one guy out that's playing really well. So he's spoken about this. He said that, look, he was lamenting the fact that we're not in the Carabao because that would have been extra minutes for Kobbie Mainoo, and he could probably do with him. He obviously started that game against Grimsby, but we got knocked out, so that was into that. He hasn't started in the Premier League, and from what the manager's saying, Kobbie Mainoo is doing what he should be doing in training. The issue you've got is the midfield is pretty set. Casemiro and Bruno, I think, have been playing well this season, and I think they both probably deserve to play. The only way you're going to get Kobbie Mainoo in is if you change the system, if you go into three-man midfield, or you play him as a number 10. Are you going to change the system? No. Ruben Amorim stuck with his system even when he wasn't winning, and now he's taken 10 points from the last 4 games. I don't expect him to change it. Is he going to bring Kobbie Mainoo as a number 10, which I think Kobbie Mainoo could actually play there, but you've got Matheus Cunha, who's playing very well there. You've got Bryan Mbeumo, who's been arguably the best player in the league for the last month or so. You're not going to drop either of those two. Plus, you've got Mason Mount, who's done very well when he's come in. So it's just difficult to find a place in this team with this system for Kobbie Mainoo. Now, in the past, the manager's spoken about how he maybe sees Kobbie Mainoo coming in when Bruno's not available. The trouble with that is Bruno's always available. Out of any player almost in Europe, Bruno Fernandes gets injured the least. Plus, he's the captain. Plus, he's arguably the most talented player. So it is difficult for Kobbie Mainoo. But the good thing for this is the manager seems to still like Kobbie Mainoo. He's not saying anything negative there. Kobbie Mainoo seems to be doing the right things in training. It's not like he spat his dummy out and he's not applying himself. We know there's rumours and reports that he wants to go in January on loan to try and get in the England squad. But at least he's doing what he should be doing in training. And who knows what the future may hold. We have got AFCON coming up in December and January. That might change things slightly when we lose Bryan Mbeumo and obviously Ahmad and Mazraoui as well. That might just alter the team. Plus, you never know. Casemiro is, 33? He might pick up a knock. That might alter things. We'll have to wait and see. I just think Kobbie Mainoo needs to keep doing what he should be doing. Keep getting his head down, training hard, and when he gets opportunities, try and do your best. He did well when he came on, I thought, at the Etihad. I thought he did very well there. So it's not like Kobbie Mainoo's become a bad player overnight. I think it's just a mixture of things that have gone against him. So hopefully Kobbie Mainoo can stay United long term, have a bright future at Manchester United. Whether he goes in January remains to be seen. I don't think he will, but we're going to get into this a little bit more because there have been a few suitors. Get involved in the chat and the comments. Santa Notch says it's difficult to do loads when coming on with 10 minutes to go. Sometimes you don't even get that. Kevin Credible says, I love Kobbie and I wouldn't sell him for any money, but I'd like to see a bit more from him when he does come on. I think that might be, Santa Notch might be replying to that comment, to be honest. I think it's been a bit of a mixed bag. I think Kobbie Mainoo, Brentford, he didn't really shine, but I thought he did well when he came on against Burnley, and I think he did very well when he came on against City. So, I mean, he's doing what he can, really. I mean, some games, was it Chelsea where you had like 5 minutes? There's not much you can do there, to be honest with you. You've just got to keep plugging away, keep doing your stuff in training, and keep yourself in the manager's mind. Kieran King says, love the hoodie, Jay, or loving the hoodie, Jay, green and gold until United are sold. Yes, there's some, we've plugged the merch, but always. Let's talk about Kobbie Mainoo then, because Napoli are in for him. And I think there's talk as well So that's the story there from Ruben Amorim talking about how the Carabao Cup is costing Kobbie Mainoo minutes, and if it wasn't for that, then he'd probably be getting a few more games. But I mean, that's all well and good, but we are in the Carabao Cup, and he's not started in the Premier League. So that's the one. Sorry, yeah. If you scroll down just a little bit, I think there's a list. So obviously Napoli. So just read this here. This is from, where's this from? So is it caught offside? So it says Napoli lead Kobbie Mainoo transfer race, but Premier League is an option too. As others have reported, as I mentioned last month, there is strong and concrete interest from Napoli. They wanted Mainoo in the summer, and it still felt they're leading the race for his signature. However, I can also add 9 names to that list. They are as follows. I mean, some of those names seem slightly ridiculous. I don't think he's going to Manchester City or Leeds, to be honest with you. But there has been some credible reports that Chelsea are interested in him. I think West Ham were also looking at him as well. And Newcastle. I think Newcastle might be on that list as well. So he's got suitors in the Premier League and out of the Premier League. It depends what happens with Manchester United. I think the manager might look at it and go, look, you're not getting many starts, but you are featuring. I do need you. If you're getting minutes, I don't want to let you go. And also, if anything happens to one of my midfielders, you're going to get more minutes. So, I don't know. It's just a difficult position that Kobbie Mainoo's in, but I don't think he's going to end up going in January. The more I think about it, the more I think he'll stay. I mean, that can change. Let me know what you think. Get involved in the chat and the comments. Kieran King says a loan to Everton will be great for his confidence. Yeah, you've seen what Jack Grealish has done when he's gone to Everton. This season went from City to Everton and just looks absolutely rejuvenated. I know a few Evertonians and they're waxing lyrical about him. Having Soul, morning Jay, morning lads, good to see you as well. Let's talk about this other interview that Ruben Amorim's given. I think this is with Men in Blazers, and he spoke about Senna Lomans and... Sorry? Oh, no, we haven't got it. Sorry. Yeah, we haven't got it up, but I can talk about it. So he talked about Benjamin Sesko. He talked about Senna Lomans, and he mentioned the fact that how well they're doing, how important they are to the team, and all the rest of it. We've spoken about Sesko a lot over the last few days, and we've defended him and stuck up for him. I don't want to labour the point, but Senna Lomans has made such a big difference. Like, he's completely rejuvenated Manchester United. I think having that reliability in your goalkeeper, having that assurance, the defence looks settled. We're just okay. We're not exactly playing out from the back, but he can hit it long and he can hit it long well, and we've seen that too. So I don't think there's any coincidence that since he's come in, the results have picked up, and long may it continue. We need a reliable goalkeeper. And no disrespect to Ali Bayandeh, but he wasn't that guy. He was struggling. And you can sense the nervousness, not just from the players, but from the fans as well. And he always had one in him. Lomans has come in and done very well. Glenn F is in the chat. Good to see him. Stephen Maguire says, would a loan move to West Ham not be better for Kobbie? Listen, West Ham have had a few issues, haven't they? But they got a win recently. I forget who it was against. I did even watch it. I think that was the first win under Nuno since he's got there. Was it Newcastle? So they're sort of moving in the right direction-ish. I mean, it's only early days. Yeah, it was Newcastle. They will beat Newcastle 3-1 at home, which is a decent result. Let's have a look where they are in the table. They're third bottom, so they've obviously got a bit going on there. But I think Mainoo could fit in well at West Ham, sorry. I don't think that's the most ridiculous idea I've heard. I just don't know if he's going to go. I just don't know if the manager's going to let him go. He's probably going to look at it and go, look, I need players, as many players as I can get. You're still getting minutes. This isn't a scenario like with Toby Collier, who we spoke about yesterday, where he's proper surplus to requirements and probably wouldn't have got any minutes if he'd have stayed at Manchester United this season. Mainoo is getting minutes, so it is just one of those unfortunate things. Have we got another Lomans story? Oh yeah, so this is one of those opinion pieces in the Manchester Evening News, which I quite like, and it talks about two big decisions after Europa League final. One is paying off. I think this is talking about, if you scroll down, you have to go down quite a bit, I think, because a lot of it is just sort of talking, keep going, about, yeah, so it says here, so one of the decisions was to axe Rasmus Højlund, which the Steve Railston in the Evening News says was slightly harsh. He wanted to stay and fight for his place and would have benefited from playing as the backup striker this season, but Amorim had seen enough. And I think the other one is the goalkeeper. I mean, again, we're going into the Sesko thing, which I don't want to keep going on about, but yeah. And then he talks about the goalkeeper. That is why Senna Loman's performances have been so impressive. Every young foreign player must be given time to adapt to the Premier League, but Lomans has made a seamless transition. So the Sesko Højlund one, you can argue either which way you think about it. I like Benjamin Sesko. I've spoke about it a lot. Lomans has come in and done very well, and you can see Ruben Amorim there being quoted saying that he offers a quality detail that can change the way we play, and one teammate is key. Yeah, he spoke about Sesko, he spoke about Lomans, he said about how important they are and how much of a difference they can both make, and both have been making. So we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. It's still early doors, but it's been a very, very positive start from Lomans, and I think it's been a good start from Benjamin Sesko. Glenn F says, Jay, going to send you an email after and a prediction. Thank you. Don't forget as well, you can send us your prediction. You get your phone out, film yourself do it like that, in landscape, and send it to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. A 30-second score prediction, and we can use that as part of our pre-match build-up for the watch-along against Spurs tomorrow. Send it to us, because we do use them, and it's your channel, man. We don't do fan cams anymore, but we do get you guys involved by sending your predictions. And also, some people who send us predictions end up coming into the studio and doing stuff with us, because we're always looking for more fans to come on the channel. So if you can, send it to paddockmatchday@gmail.com, and we will use that as part of our pre-match build-up. I do like it when we get a load of prediction videos. It really adds to the watch-along, it adds to the build-up, and that's what it should be about. It's not just about me, Joe, and whoever chatting on. It's always about you guys as well. Here's a story that we kind of knew. Apparently, Andre Onana hasn't got much of a career left, or hasn't got much of a future at Manchester United. And in other news, water is wet and the sky is blue. Yeah, we all knew that. He's been told, apparently, according to the Metro, he's already played his last game for the club. They say that. He might end up coming back in pre-season or something, but for all intents and purposes, his Manchester United career is done. It's Romeo done. I don't see him coming back. It was a bit of a disaster. I think Lomans' performances have just highlighted the issues we had with the likes of Onana and Bein there. So yeah, he's gone to, where's he gone? Trabzonspor. Sorry, I was in danger of getting the Turkish clubs mixed up then. He's gone to Trabzonspor. I've seen a few clips. I've not exactly been following him closely, if I'm being brutally honest. But I think he's done. And it didn't work out. Won the FA Cup, well done. Didn't work out. Wasn't much of an improvement on David De Gea. And that's a debate that we can all just have another day. I can't be bothered with it. David De Gea, is it his birthday today, David De Gea? I know it's Rio Ferdinand's, which I'll get to in a minute. I think it might be David De Gea's birthday as well. Happy birthday to him. If I'm getting that right. Let's talk about Leny Yoro. He's been chatting to Andy Mitten, and he's enjoying Manchester United renaissance after really emotional last season. Leny Yoro, the quality's there, isn't it, with Leny Yoro? I think everyone knows what a top player he is and just the heights he could reach. We saw that last season, even though it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. He had a particularly difficult evening against Southampton, if you remember. But I thought he was one of the only players, if not the only player, that turned up in the Europa League final. Didn't have his best game against Nottingham Forest, but on the whole, has been a very, very good player for Manchester United, and I'm very excited about the prospects of him. Very quick, good on the ball, times his tackles beautifully, confident as well. Just a class act. You can see why Real Madrid wanted him, and I'm glad Manchester United have got him. Adam Kenny says, is water wet, or is it the essence of wetness? That sounds like a perfume. Heaven Soul says, Yoro is min. Phobos Taco Man says, Yoro is quality. Boom. Couldn't disagree more. Just a all-round top player. And he's the type of player that we would have bought under Fergie. Or we would have tried to get under Fergie. Good young defender like that would have come in under Fergie. He might not have started because we might have had, I don't know, Rio and Vidic or whoever in front of him. But that's the type of thing we used to do. We'd go out and get very talented young defenders. We did it quite a lot. You look at players like Gerard Piqué. You look at players like Chris Smalling and Phil Jones. They were highly regarded young defenders. We tried to get Raphael Varane when he was a young player, didn't we? From France, but obviously he went to Real Madrid. But yeah, Leny Yoro doing bits for Manchester United. I've not read the full interview. I've seen a couple of bits of it. I'm going to read it all later, but it looks like he's a pretty level-headed guy as well. So I'm buzzing we've got him, and I've been very, very impressed with what I've seen so far. Here's a bit of a daft one. Man United, world-class midfielder, wasting talent in retirement with hot wife. I'll be honest with you, right? I've been doing this for a while. That's the first time I've ever read those words in that order before on this channel. I mean, What? What is that? So, according to it... All right, yeah, that's a good shout there for producer Harry. Guess the player in the chat, right? In the chat, before we scroll up, let us know who you think it is. Who do you think is the world-class midfielder wasting his talent in retirement with his hot wife? Right? Which some may argue is a bit of an oxymoron anyway. But Scott Henry says Cruz. Dan United 94 says Jay Moy. Adam Kenny says, is it Ruben himself? Heaven Soul says Oxlade Chamberlain. Muhammad Ali says Thomas Gravison. Daniel Coe says Bastian. Chippy says Pogba. I don't know why I said it like that. Like I've never read the word Paul Pogba before. Mick Holland says Joe Smith. Akash K says Roy Keane. Lol. Terence says probably Wesley Sneijder. Should we put everyone out of their misery? And we scroll up there, and there you can see it's Marco Verratti, who is in semi-retirement. I mean, what? What are you even on about? So, yeah, just a load of nonsense, that, innit, from the Daily Star. Obviously, struggling for content. I mean, I'm not commenting on anything about that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm you know, this isn't the forum for that kind of discussion. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're all very happy with each other. I think, is it Rio's birthday today? Yeah. Should we move on? Rio Ferdinand, we did a tweet. Have we got a tweet that we can share?
We don't, but we've got even better news.
Go on.
1 second.
Well, Harry just said we haven't got a tweet. Oh, there we go. Was that not official already? No. I've been saying that for the last 3 days, thinking it had been announced. So there you go. Bryan Mbeumo is October's EA Sport FC Player of the Month. And rightly so. Yeah. Who else should it have been? No one. He's been mint in October, scoring goals, winning football matches, absolutely smashing it. Deserves it. I've been so impressed with Bryan Mbeumo, really have. And I think we all have, haven't we? Because you worry sometimes, players, they come from the Premier League, but they sometimes struggle to settle in because going from a club, no disrespect, but the size of Brentford, to a club like Manchester United, the expectation, the pressure, all that jazz, can be a bit much. Not Bryan Mbeumo. He's looked mint since he arrived. His work rate is phenomenal. He's class on the ball. He mixes it up. He can run in behind, he can run at defenders, he can hold the ball up. He's got everything you want from a Manchester United player. I absolutely love him, and we're going to miss him. I don't want to be negative, but we're going to miss him when the AFCON starts, aren't we? Santa Notch, love this from Notch. Thanks for pointing this out. I have my doubts about Mbeumo. Simon Jordan in August, well, he's an idiot, isn't he? Because why would you have your doubts about Bryan Mbeumo? He's class, so shut up. Yeah, Daniel Coe says, and defending Wirtz like he's their son. Yeah, they do, don't they? Florian Wirtz, let's all just stick up from defending. Manchester United, it's like, let's just hammer everyone. Bryan Mbeumo has been quality. So well done to Bryan Mbeumo. Happy birthday to Rio Ferdinand, 47th birthday. He spoke to us in the summer, sat down with Adam McCall. He's been on the channel a few times. Obviously, Steve works with him quite closely. So he's been a big supporter of the channel. We appreciate that. We hope he's having a wonderful birthday. I think he's over in Dubai in a minute. That's where he's gone over to. So, yeah, happy birthday to him. Big thank you to everyone. Do you know what? Just to show you that we don't just plug merch and try and flog things. I'm going to do my little bit for charity here as well. I'm doing a sleep out next week. I've put a link in the chat. It is to help the homeless. It's not just going in my pocket. So, sleeping out next week, I think it's next Friday, to raise money for the Boo Centre, which is a homeless charity in Greater Manchester. In Manchester, helps people across Greater Manchester who are homeless, gives them all sorts of stuff like helping them get back on their feet, giving them life skills, just giving them somewhere to go in the daytime as well, giving them clobber, gives them all sorts. It's such a great charity. I've been involved with them for a little while. If you can donate, I know times are hard, and Christmas isn't that far away, so I appreciate not everyone can, but if you can, there's a link in the chat. I do appreciate any donation can help. We've had a lot of support, and I do appreciate it, and I will reply to everyone who has donated as well. So big thank you for that. Going to be back later on today with The Brew, and it's my favourite guest, right? No disrespect to all the other guests we have on The Brew, but it's my favourite guest. Uncle Webby is back on The Brew. He's probably going to be telling us a few stories about skip rat and all the rest of it. So make sure, if you're not doing so already, you are hitting like, share, and subscribe. I'm Jay Moy. This has been The Paper Talk. Thanks for watching.